church, her friends, we need that urgency that this is not a slam dunk, it's not in the bag, that we need to get out there and get that message. We need people to understand we have one more election, that it's an odd time of the year to have an election, and that we need to get people out to the polls on Tuesday. So I have always been grateful for your support and the Democrats and the friends that we have gained through this election movement here in western Wisconsin. New people coming out of the woodwork who've never been involved, because we feel a sense of urgency about the direction of our country, the direction of our state, and the direction of our community. And because of your urgency, Jill is the one that will be carrying that voice and that message forward for our community. But as I first cut my teeth on the county board in politics 21 years ago and graduated up to working for the next gentleman who's going to speak, I couldn't be prouder to have Congressman Ron Kind as our congressman, our voice out in Washington, D.C. He is that steadfast voice of common sense. He is that voice of reason, and he really is that voice of trying to reach across and find a middle ground, a common ground, which I think all of us understand is important as we move our state forward. So I would say just a few more days to get out and help Jill Billings, and we are excited to have Congressman Kind here today, home from Washington, D.C. A long, crazy week he's been out there, but he has always been a great supporter of the Democratic candidates that have come through the 3rd CD district, and we've grown those number of Democrats in the Senate and the Assembly under the leadership of Congressman Ron Kind. So I give you Congressman Ron Kind.
Not only the campaign that you successfully waged here with everyone's help, but the type of state senator we know you're going to be. You're going to do a terrific job, and you're going to be a great 1-2 combination in this region with, soon enough, Jill. And Jill, she's right. We can't take anything for granted. None of us. We got 3 more days of hard work to go to get her across the finish line, and we're on a roll. We are, starting with Steve Doyle earlier in the year, and then Jen's great victory, and now hopefully on Tuesday, Jill's going to be joining this team here in western Wisconsin. And I'm excited because I've known Jill for many, many years, and many of you have known Jill too, and you know the type of person that she is. She's the type of person we need more of in public service, and especially right now in Madison, given the extreme turmoil that our state is going through. We have a governor now who's run roughshod over working families and has purposely sought to divide our state, divide communities, divide families when it didn't have to be this way. It really did, and it's certainly not the Wisconsin way. And we've seen Jill in action on the board level. We've seen her involved in many community organizations, always helping out. We've seen her being a strong voice and advocate for job creation back home. And Lord knows it's got to be our #1 priority at every level is what we can do to get this economy on track and creating good paying jobs again. That would solve a lot of problems. But most impressively, Jill's a great listener. And that, I think, is probably the most important quality you need these days in public service. The ability to sit down and listen to people, even those with different points of view and different attitudes on how to approach things, and then work hard to try to find common ground. And with Jill's victory here in a few days, I know she'll be going out to Madison and begin the much long overdue process of reconciliation that our state needs right now, and end this bitter, unnecessary division that has paralyzed our state. And that's the type of person that Jill is, and that's the type of representative she will be for us. But we still need your help. We've got the all-star team right here of campaign volunteers and helpers. I like our organization better than the other side. I don't know about you, but I haven't seen too much activity with Dave Drews. And I was just talking to our college Dem supporters here too, and they said it was a slam dunk in the being on campus, Jill. Just no comparison at all, as we fully suspected. And we know you're going to be a great public servant. So continue the hard work, continue to do what we need to do, not to take anything for granted, and then hopefully good things will show on Tuesday. So I want to have Jill come up here and say a few words as how the campaign is going and their overall thoughts. So please help me in welcoming the next state representative to the Assembly.